I'm gonna steal your sunshine and I'll shit on your parade. Don't get me started on doing Michael Caine. My opinion matters, yours will fall in last place. I'm not shutting up and you'll be learning my name. Fifth in the family, but first in my mind. 1 out of 10, but I'm ranking just fine. We've only got now, there's no afterlife. Look, Mom and Dad, I'm just speaking my mind. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everyone's coming on Kyle tonight. Wait, what? No, nobody's coming on Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking to drink, smoke, or eat and cry. I'll never shut up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking to drink, smoke, or eat and cry. I'll never shut up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up Season 5, Episode 17.
Hang on 1 second.
What? What's going on? Are we not live?
I think we're live, but I feel like we're just dropping. I'm sorry for the other audio.
We're dropping things.
I don't know. Just give me 1 second.
All right. Well, hey, everybody, I'm Kyle. This is Justin,
Hey.
Mr. Justin Olimpedo, joining us here as always. And thank you, everybody that's joining here now in the present, everybody that's listening in the future, and everybody that's listening in the past. We always appreciate our past listeners more than our future listeners because you're just impressing us. I don't know how the fuck you keep doing it, but you keep going back in time and finding us. And we really, really, really appreciate that you're doing that.
Yes, thank you.
I wish we already knew about it. I don't know why the timeline's not really working out here. I'm starting to second guess these people that are telling us that they're listening in the past.
Yeah.
Really don't trust them. I really do not trust them. Now, guys, Zach will be down shortly. We are working on our second song in this album that I don't even remember what the album is called. What? Oh, it's just called Save.
Yeah.
The song was Esotero something. Yeah. But Save are further. We're as we started talking about earlier, and we'll discuss much later. I think Zach's just starting a cult.
Maybe.
I think he's starting a religion. I think we're starting like a Scientology level religion.
Here's how
in 50 years it'll be looked at
if he
as
goes to the desert
honest
and
then,
then
true and real.
If he ends up in the desert for like 2 weeks and then comes back and then decides that the desert is best and starts bringing people with him, then we might.
If he starts going to a vast desert and starts talking about crumbling empires and everything, you gotta starts calling himself Save or Sava.
Wait, is Zach Save?
I think
Sava,
that's what this
or is it Sava?
I think he's trying to make himself Jesus in this story.
Is Zach really just a lizard person?
He's a lizard person. It's the only way he can do the things that he's doing up there. That's what I believe. I believe. Now, we do have, again, we're working on our song, finishing up that upstairs right now. You might hear that a little bit in the background.
Yep.
And we also have a really awesome single from Hawaii, our first ever featured band from Hawaii, and that is going to be Down Robot. I think I found these guys through one of the Facebook posts I had made looking for independent artists. So it just goes to show you that it does work. If you put a post up on one of these random, seemingly bullshit Facebook groups for podcasts or independent music,
right?
Some people respond, and some of them actually have decent music, and some of them, like Down Robot, have a lot of like hip hop beats and stuff along those lines. He's just an all around musician, very much in our vein. So I really enjoy it. And somebody that doesn't, and this is in no offense to him, this is just a true statement. Doesn't have a huge following, and it's amazing that he's as good as he is and nobody seems to have grasped onto it yet. So do yourselves a favor and just right now go to @down_robot on Instagram.
Yeah.
Look it up on SoundCloud. I don't know if he has anything on YouTube yet, but I think you can find him on Spotify as well. So go check him out and do that later, though. Do that later and then come back here. Again.
Don't leave us.
Don't leave us now. Leave us later, and then come back here and watch us again, so we feel better about that. Now, a lot of stuff is going on in the world. Tomorrow is a big day for the nation, a big day for the world, a huge transition, and we're all hoping that it goes very smoothly. Yeah. But something that I wanted to bring up that I've not actually discussed with you yet: did you see who is playing at the inauguration tomorrow? There's no crowd. They've locked down all of Washington, D.C., and those of you listening in the future, this will already be a week old news to you at this point. But Justin, they have 3 performers that I have heard that are going to be playing. Lady Gaga is going to be doing the national anthem, right? So Lady Gaga is doing the national anthem, which makes sense. Biden, all about,
And she was a big push to she was very advocate of Trump not being.
He's all about trying to get the younger vote and getting definitely the left vote. He is a Democrat, so it makes sense that he has her.
Is Lady Gaga still relevant within a younger generation, or is it the right age
it's
group
the people
because they
that were
have grown
18,
up to this point now?
10 years ago are now in the voting power, and I mean they were 10 years ago as well, but now they're kind of more in an influential spot in their late 20s into their 30s.
Right.
So people that were really rocking hard to Poker Face in 2008 are
you think they drove to the vote to go voting with Poker Face playing?
Yep, definitely. That's exactly how I think all of them did. So you got Lady Gaga. She's going to be performing, which is cool. Okay. I'm excited to hear her. I don't know if I've ever heard her do the national anthem, so I'm excited to see what she does with it. And then you also, I don't know what this other person is performing, but you have J-Lo is performing, right? Okay. So J-Lo is performing a weird combination, but 2 huge pop stars in their own right, in their own time. They are both huge, especially within their certain niches and everything like that. Right. She's fucking Jenny from the Block, man. You can't forget that. You can't forget that.
She was in living color, dude.
She was the better half of Bennifer. She was probably one of the best parts. Well, she was definitely the best part about the movie Selena,
except for in Jersey Girl because she died.
Yeah, Jersey Girl. That was kind of just a short little spot, but I love that movie.
I do too.
People shit on Jersey Girl way too much.
It's a great movie.
It's a phenomenal fucking movie. But there is one more person that I heard that is performing, and this one shocked me because Lady Gaga makes sense to me.
Sure.
She leads the Monsters and everything, and those are mostly left-leaning people. J-Lo is, she I believe she's Puerto Rican. I believe that's what she is. So a lot of them tend to, a lot of people of non-white descent tend to lean more to the left side and everything. But the shocking person that is performing is Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks is playing the inauguration for Joe Biden, which really doesn't make sense in my head. I know that he's
if he's playing, all right, so if that's the case, what song is he playing?
You gotta assume he's playing Friends in Low Places, which is just gonna be a funny thing. Or does he
play the Thunder Rolls?
Oh, that could work. What other songs? I don't really know too many songs of his. This is something we need Zach here for.
We actually do. I just don't remember them.
I don't really know. But if he doesn't play I Got Friends in Low Places and just let it mean whatever it means.
Garth Brooks fans angry over Biden inauguration.
Yeah, his fans are not happy. That's what I was going to get to. His fans are not happy about it at all. Now, that's not all of his fans. It's just the ones that are bitching online are not happy about it, which could be 5 fucking fans. 3 people from Arkansas and 2 people from Tennessee are really fucking pissed off right now. But he was going to do a whole stadium tour this summer. That didn't happen. So as far as the COVID side of things, he was somebody, I don't think he was a denier in any way publicly, but he was somebody that I was very shocked to see, not just because what you assume a political affiliation
you definitely
would be.
Know.
The Dance, okay, yeah, I do know that song.
If Tomorrow Never Comes.
Tomorrow Never Comes. Okay.
Yes.
Ooh, that'd be a real weird one for him to play there. Now, for you specifically, if you were going to be inaugurated as president, and you could
I could pick 1 or 3.
If you could pick 3, who would you pick?
Okay, so
what are the 3? Who are you picking to sing the national anthem at your inauguration?
Okay. So to sing the national anthem would be Dustin Kensrue.
Ooh, I'd go Billy Corgan.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good
But
one.
I want him to do it like, really do it up like his cover of Landslide. And like hold out a note like
Yeah.
It was really bad. Or just go kind of the similar, different route. Get fucking what's his name? Fucking we were just talking about him earlier. Bright Eyes. I can't think of his name. Fuck. Bright Eyes. Zach name. Connor Oberst. There we go. So I think that would be a good person to sing the national anthem if I were to get inaugurated.
And
That's what I would go with.
And then the opener would be Gwar.
Gwar. All right.
Yes.
At your inauguration.
Yeah, because
Gwar.
everybody's just getting sprayed
And then
with
Dustin.
shit.
Yep.
So Dustin Kentry for the national anthem.
Okay.
Gwar. And then I think, like, I don't know, something just brutal and heavy. Like, fuck it. Like,
just get Mastodon, or would you go like Anal Cunt? Anal Cunt would be a great one for them to have to like place or to name in the newspapers and everything. Performing today at the White House for President P.O.O.T.U.S inauguration, we have Gwar, somebody named Dustin Kriznu. They wouldn't spell it right.
They wouldn't.
And he's in a band called Three Times. And then...
Three squared?
Analkunt. They would like try to like An Alkunt.
Or do you go just like an Australian band or something?
Yeah. You go completely out of this this nation as far as that. You get Paul McCartney to do it, but he only plays God Save the Queen.
Yeah,
and it makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're gonna ask somebody else about who would be playing at his inauguration because we are now joined by Mr. Zachary Stormin. That was a multi-stage pop, multifaceted. Once again, you are. Now, if you were going to have yourself inaugurated as president, you would play your own.
Yeah.
Would you do the national anthem and all the performances?
Yes.
It's a little bit of a Bill Clinton thing. Like I'm pretty sure he performed at his inauguration, broke out the saxophone.
I get like a sick band behind me though. Like,
who would be your backing band? If you could pick anybody to be your backing band to show the country what you are as the president, who you are going to be as the president, you're gonna. First of all of my press conferences, they're musical now. I got a synth and I sing the news to you. We are going to be bombing Iran.
Bernard Purdy on the drums. And trying to think of just Americans.
Yeah. So you would go Americans. You want to go outside of America. Yeah.
It's hard to pick. Like I would want like Session.
Yeah, Kevin Sessions.
What about the Wrecking Crew? Just take the Wrecking Crew.
Yeah. If you can time travel,
those guys are probably dead.
If you can time travel and get anybody.
Well, if I could time travel, then I want just everyone that ever played on any Steely Dan song.
Ooh,
it's like 300 people.
Yeah, all right. See, I would definitely, I would go with Connor Oberst or Billy Corgan to do the national anthem, just so they do like a really sad, somber version of it that just goes, "What are we in for with this president?" And then I would go the other way. I would do the not American, and I would just have Simple Plan perform. I would just have Simple Plan perform, and then I would go, "I have a plan, and it is also a simple plan." Money for everybody!
Yeah.
And just slowly turn us into Canada, Slowly turn us into Canada. All right, so...
Does that mean we're going to be friendly?
Yeah, we're going to be very friendly. Okay. And we're going to say A and a boot and Suri.
Did you listen to that? I sent you that new Crack the Sky?
Yeah.
The whole thing is
I haven't listened to the whole
political.
Thing. Yeah, okay.
And they're huge in Baltimore.
Oh.
They would be great. No one knows who they are.
Yeah.
But everyone in Baltimore does.
Hell yeah.
And
anybody that listens to brand new
hot,
because
don't I?
Yeah, a little bit hot. Yeah, we can turn you down a little bit.
Hot.
Yeah, a little hot.
Am I hot? Am I clean now?
You are.
Yeah, I think you're good
I was
now.
just like a little.
But you're still real
dirty,
sexy over there. You're dirty hot over there still. Dirty hot. Dirty hot. Now, okay, so aside from all of that about the inauguration, it is the last couple of hours of Trump's presidency, and we have avoided pretty much being political as much as we possibly can, and we only ever comment on it when there is something pop culture to be, food for thought in a way. He has the ability to pardon anybody, right?
Right.
We said the final line in our 2020 song, 2020, that he should pardon that. But there's also a big push for him to pardon Julian Assange or for him to pardon Snowden, right?
Yeah.
And for it to be kind of like a big fuck you to the Democrats that now he's the one standing up for freedom of speech and everything. I think that's a really funny thing to try to do. It would be awesome. But are there any criminals, anybody that's famous, it's a famous imprisoned criminal or somebody that's on charges for something right now that you would have him pardon if you could pick anybody to have him pardon? If you had the ear of the president for tomorrow morning 9 a.m. when he can still sign things in before that noon deadline, is there anybody that you want him to pardon?
I don't think I can think of anybody.
Would you want Tiger King? Would you want him to pardon Tiger King?
I mean, I think that would just be a great way to sum up
his presidency and this past year.
And his presidency. Because Joe Exotic is a shit show just like the fucking year has been. So
now he can also do things posthumously. So he could go and forgive Spectre, he could go like he just died, but we can pardon him.
Didn't he kill someone in England though?
But he don't care. He's gonna pardon him anywhere.
You can't do that.
You can pardon him anywhere in the world.
You can't pardon criminals from
other countries. All right. I'm writing new rules. You had said earlier, Zach, that Lil Wayne's supposed to be going to jail for like 10 years or something like that.
I thought somebody told me that Trump was going to pardon Lil Wayne.
I had heard rumors about that as well.
Somebody else too, but I don't remember.
It was just a meme, and I wasn't sure if it was serious or not. I don't pay too much attention to Lil Wayne. Would you prefer Lil Wayne to be in prison or not for the next 10 years?
I would prefer Lil Wayne not to be in prison.
You don't think it would make his music better in 10 years when he comes out of prison? Do you think he comes out of prison in 10 years and releases the
rapper
dopest
Lil
track?
Wayne in line for Last Day Pardon.
Oh, that would be... He would get a lot of people liking him.
He's not going to do 10 years anyway.
Yeah. Oh, no. He's famous. Do you think he should pardon Lori Loughlin? Let her out? Let Aunt Becky out?
I thought she was out already.
Yeah, but he can expunge the record.
She already did it.
I don't know, man. I don't think so.
All right. Well, we got shit to drink tonight, guys. We are doing a battle of the lagers here, and there's a theme. We're going to kind of keep rolling with the theme. Speaking of themes, we have a theme song, so let's hit it. What are we drinking?
We drink it so you don't have to. Review it in the morning from the bathroom. Cheap booze and craft brews. Review it in the morning from the bathroom. What are we drinking? What are we drinking? Yeah!
All right, guys. So, as always, we like to pick some beer, give it a taste, and give it a ranking. This season, we are ranking our beer on a scale of 0 to 100. And today, we're sticking with the theme that you might not notice the theme right away. We're sipping on Yuengling Lager, and we have another lager. So it's two lagers. So that's part of the theme.
This is from India.
This other lager is from India. So we've got a Pennsylvanian lager that is called Yuengling Traditional Lager. You should know about it. But the other beer we're going to be getting to in just a minute is Taj Mahal Premium Lager Beer. Wow. And Joe Biden's from Pennsylvania. Trump used to own the Taj. So that is the theme we are going with, and we're going to see which beer is better. Now, I think as everybody in this room have consumed too much Yuengling in my life. This was the first alcoholic beer that I ever consumed. When I first tasted it, I thought it tasted like apples. I thought there was like an appley flavor to it. And after drinking it for years, the only time I get that is if I don't drink it for like 6 months, a year, and then I drink a bottle. Right. Not a can. It's something about the green bottle, not a can.
Tap is
not
really
tap.
bad too.
And my favorite version of Yuengling that I've ever had was at the local bar Floods, where they might not have cleaned the taps for a couple of years, and it was a different flavor. And it was sweeter, probably because of the yeast buildup inside of the line. And I remember drinking Yuengling on tap at Floods when I turned 21 and going, this is delicious. This is so much better than in a bottle. And then going over to Front Row or some other bar and getting it and going, I think there's something wrong with your lager. And then I only drank lager at Floods for years. Right. And then somebody did something and they got new tap lines in, and I went there and I had another one and I'm like, yep, nope, I don't like Yuengling on tap at all because I only like the weird Flood's brew. The only way you can get it there, and the only place you could get it like that.
Right.
Now, do you guys, has Yuengling been something in your past? Was it like growing up around here? Did you get this more than Lion's Head growing up at like high school parties at all, or was it pretty much more like they went the cheapest route?
Usually, well, when I was in high school, usually it was whatever somebody would get.
Yeah, whatever somebody's brother could get you.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But I don't remember Yuengling being a staple at that point. It was probably the more on the cheaper, shittier sides of things. But as I started drinking in bars, I met more Yuengling fans.
Yeah. They love the Pottsville piss water, man. That's what... Yeah. I want to get a shirt that just says Yuengling Pottsville piss water, because I don't think somebody's made that shirt yet. I don't hate Yuengling for the first couple, right? I don't hate it for the first couple. I feel like Yuengling and Budweiser, I don't know if it's something in the lager, the way they make lagers, and I'm really in for it tonight, but it gives me really bad heartburn. I always get really bad heartburn from Yuengling. But even out of a can, I do enjoy the taste. It's got way more flavor.
Too filling for me.
It is. That is definitely an issue.
It's almost like a stout in a sense of how full I feel.
It does have. It is definitely more filling, and we have it on tap at pretty much any bar you go to. But in my house right now, we've got it on. We got a little sixtel of it, and it is. I drank it last night, and I realized we have not graded Yuengling traditional lager. We did the Golden Pills in the beginning of the season, but we've not done traditional Yuengling lager. There's a special place in my heart for this, and for a lager, I think it's one of the best ones. And I always liked, there was an old ad campaign back in the day where it was like, I think it was a radio commercial, and it was like a guy walks into a bar, you hear the noise and everything, and he goes up to the bar and he goes, "Hey, can I get a lager?" And they go, "What kind of lager?" And then the voiceover goes, "If you go in a bar and ask for a lager, and they say, 'What lager?' you're in the wrong bar. Yuengling traditional lager." You know, it was just this great commercial. I was like,
that's how it is around here, though.
Yeah, if you walk in, you say, like, on our menu at work, it doesn't say Yuengling Lager. It literally printed on the menu just says lager.
What's up, Justin?
What's up?
What's up? No, we got Zach Dillon, and he said, "I joined at the right time. Get Yuengling Premium. It's later, but awesome."
Yuengling Premium's really hard to drink for me, but it's not as bad as Lord Chesterfield. It's not as bad as their Black and Tan.
Okay, so the Yuengling Premium, to me, is head and shoulders above the regular Yuengling.
Okay. Well, that I think is the more traditional. Premium is like their the older one, and lager
This I have actively spent most of my life trying to avoid drinking this garbage.
Well, I'm excited to see what you rate it.
Do you consider them a microbrew?
They are, and they are because they have.
Consider them.
They have the. I don't anymore because I would put them still in the Sam Adams category, but Sam Adams has made it so that they can, no matter how many barrels they sell, they still get to be in the craft brew world because they helped kick it all off in the 90s and the 80s and everything, and blah blah blah. Fuck you, you're making 5 to 10 million barrels a year. You're not a microbrewer anymore. I think once you're over 500,000, you shouldn't be a microbrewer anymore.
I also think that if you spend a certain amount of states, you shouldn't be considered a microbrewer.
And if you spend so much on advertising in all of those states, you definitely shouldn't.
That's like if you get laid every night, does it really matter if you have a micro penis?
It doesn't. It doesn't. If you're having sex in all of the states all of the time,
if you're
small dick don't matter.
If you're pleasing your partner, does it matter?
It definitely does not. So speaking of pleasing your partner, my partner over here, Zach, is not pleased by this, but I am. I like it. My score might go down after 5 or 6 of them tonight.
Right.
But off the bat, drinking this, I did have it on tap earlier, but drinking it out of a can, as we always say, I love it in the can. I'm going to give this, to be fair, I'm going to give it a 71. I'm going to give it a 71.
Okay.
It is better than most lagers, most American lagers in that way. I think it's better than any Canadian, anything like that. Because I like the thickness, and it gave me the expectation of what I have for a lager.
Right.
And I feel like it's closer to a traditional in the way that, it does say traditional of the European lagers. I feel like it's closer to that. I feel like somebody from the UK could come here, drink this, and be content with
Probably.
it. So I'm going to go 71 because I definitely don't like it as much as I like Hams or PBR or anything like that. Justin, what do you give it 0 to 100?
I've had better microbrews.
Yes.
For actual lagers. So with that in mind, I'm gonna go 55.
55?
Yeah, I mean
right.
it's not the worst beer. I've bought plenty of it. I've drank plenty of it.
Yeah.
I won't have an issue if I go somewhere and somebody's like, "Here's a lager." You know, I will drink it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
do you prefer generally out of a can, tap, or bottle? Which one do you usually go for if you had a choice? Can,
bottle.
tap, bottle.
Bottle for certain beers, yeah, bottle.
I think my mom, her go-to at home beer.
Yeah.
Not that my mom drinks a lot of beer at home, is the Yuengling Light Lager.
Okay.
In the bottle.
Okay.
That's what. And she even has like a koozie that is like a bottle.
Now that's
koozie
different
with
than
a
the
little
Yuengling
zipper on it.
Flight, right? That's different than the Yuengling Flight.
No, Yuengling Light. Yeah, that's way older. That's been around for.
I didn't know if they
time.
totally like abandoned calling it
seeds.
light and just started calling it Flight. I'm not really sure. But Zach, for regular traditional Yuengling Lager,
42.3.
42.3. Fair. That's fair.
I'm never buying. Unless someone really needs me to buy. Unless I'm buying someone a beer.
Yeah.
I'll say. I am never going to willingly buy this.
right.
But
If there's a mess up at the bar and they hand it and they go, "Hey, there's a beer."
Like, hey, I poured one too many lagers. Here's one. Be like, I'm gonna drink it.
All right.
Because it's regular.
All right, so Justin, I know you probably showed it up front, but let's show everybody what the Taj Mahal Premium Lager beer looks like. It is slow brewed in
I'm
India
excited for this.
from the finest malt and hops. This is a 1 pint, 6 fluid ounces.
4.5%.
4.5%. Now, if you turn the bottle around, right next to the barcode, you can see the born on date, which is June of 2019.
All right.
And these are nice and cold now. Justin, do you need this guy?
I do.
They weren't
Up at the top.
were they?
They were not all over the place. And we have been screwed by them in the past. These look like they have been sitting there for a while because they have.
They weren't dusty.
They weren't dusty. I'm
It
shocked with
smells
that.
skunky or sweet. I can't tell.
It smells like Heineken.
Yeah.
This is Heineken.
Is it Heineken?
This is Heineken.
Is it?
Taste it.
But it's in a brown bottle, which is weird to get that taste.
Yeah, it's like a sweet Heineken.
Ooh. Ooh. I like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
This
is
is fucking
good.
good.
This is really good.
This is what lager to me should taste like.
I like the sweetness. See, this tastes to me the way
And
that
it's light.
Yuengling tasted when I first tried it. That sweetness, that's where I always got like an
Yes.
apple taste.
Maybe this doesn't taste like this though.
Maybe it doesn't, but if you get Taj Mahal, make sure it's at least
2
almost
years
2
old.
years old. Yeah. This is, ooh.
Zach says, pour that bitch and check the bubbles.
Oh, we don't got a cup. Maybe if we got a little bit left. Do you have a taste cup over there at all or no? No? All right.
I don't.
But it is bubbly. It is, if you swirl it around a little bit in there, it is bubbly, but it dissipates really quickly. You know?
Bubbly.
I fucking thoroughly enjoy this. And now knowing that I gave Yuengling a 71, I've kind of cornered myself here.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this a 78. I'm going to give this a 78. It's fucking delicious. And I'm saying that knowing that I don't really drink like Heineken or Grolsch or anything that's like in that like sweeter beer range. But maybe as I'm getting older, I'm going to be more susceptible to them types of beers they got. Justin, what are you thinking on this one?
I'm going 80.
This has a chance of making the top 5. It all depends on what Zachary thinks about it. Zach, the Taj Mahal Premium Lager beer, slow brewed in India.
Is hands down at least twice as good as Yuengling Lager. So I'm going to give it an 84.6.
Oh, shit. All right. I am so excited that this one worked out. This is fucking delicious.
Go buy this.
Go buy it.
Go
but there's
buy
only
it.
like 4 left on the shelf at beer time. You might have to order it because I'm assuming it's imported through California. So, you know, there you go. But for every reason, this is a delicious fucking beer.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck yeah. Congratulations, Taj Mahal. You are way better of a beer than a company that our president ran. All right, so we have a featured song this evening called Time by a band called Down Robot. Again, they are from Hawaii. They are putting us on the Hawaii map. We have not had anybody from Hawaii. We've not had anybody from Hawaii. I don't think we've ever had anybody from Alaska. So this is our first non-continental United States. And it is, that's really bubbly and getting me a lot of burpees. and it is the directly between us and Australia, you know, and us in Asia. So we're working our way to Asia. We got to get to Asia at some point. We need to find some Japanese synth rock or death metal or some Chinese
jazz
Korean
metal
pop. Get us if
we
you
need
know
to get
any good independent Asian
we need
bands.
to get Maximum the Hormone to allow us to play one of their songs.
Oh my God, we just need to get them to come and hang out with us and eat food because they look like they really enjoy some pho and other things like that. Whatever I guess that was just ramen they were probably eating.
Probably a ramen bar.
Yeah, no idea. But again,
no matter what we say, we're probably wrong.
And racist. We're wrong and racist. That's going to be the episode.
That's actually my new band.
That's wrong and racist. It's just I'm sorry, but and then bleep for like 3 minutes with an acoustic guitar going underneath it. It's real catchy. That bleep really will get you. Now again, the song is called Time. He's a super independent artist. Really awesome that he reached out and sent us his music. You can find it on SoundCloud, and again, you can find him at _robot on Instagram. He's also on Facebook. You can check him out.
Is that like
a depressed robot,
or is it like when you're like down
doggy, like down
drums on you, like
I don't know.
This is what the logo looks
his
like.
logo looks like it's a
like
depressed
a nervous robot.
or nervous robot. Like it's kind of like it's more.
Just,
I feel like it has to have something to do with like kind of like, you know, like the psyche side of things. But again, what we're gonna be hearing this song Time is more on the alt. Yeah.
Shake robot.
Good dog.
Good robot.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Now he does this style, which is going to be more in the alternative rock, but he also does write some hip hop related stuff, writes, you know, beats and stuff. So go check him out. It's really fucking awesome. I'm really stoked to play him for all of you. Go like him, go subscribe, follow him wherever you can follow him. Again, this is Down Robot Time. We'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Enjoy. All right, guys, again, there you have it. That is Time from Down Robot. Again, check him out on Instagram at @down_robot.
Hello, Helen.
Oh, we got a Helen in the chat. What's going on, Helen? Again, guys, always join us live because you can chit-chat along with us in there. Again, go check him out. Go subscribe. Go follow him. Good things to come from this kid. I can fucking feel it. Speaking of good things to come, the song tonight, I'm really, really excited to hear the final product of it. We went about it a little bit of a different way than we usually do. By the time, a little strange, we got here, and you had already been here for about a half an hour, and you had mapped everything out, which has happened a couple of times.
Right.
And then Justin jumped right into the drums, and then you kind of quickly added everything else. Everything besides like the synths and the leads and everything. You had the bass, the guitar.
Yeah, which wasn't much. You
said it was like 6 tracks altogether of just like musical instrumentation being recorded.
There's 4 takes of guitar.
Okay.
But all playing the same
exact thing.
things.
Yeah.
Bass and drums.
Right.
That was it.
So you had that done, and then you were fucking around with like lead ideas and stuff, and then you were like, fuck it, let's just do vocals now. And I hadn't listened to it enough to really know we were going with it. I knew we were going to go with a simple chorus. And again, we'll jump into what the story of this all is in a minute. But we were going simple with the chorus, so we attacked the chorus first, and then we built around that. And vocally, this is a thing like it. And I kind of pull a little bit of that to reference something that Zach still probably doesn't know. A little bit more of that Me Without You, the vaudevillian approach to things. That kind of talk singy thing. Because we're trying to tell a story here. So I wanted... Last week was kind of on purpose muddling the vocals so you couldn't really tell what was going on with everything, and kind of the idea of, you know, playing telephone through history with lore. It all gets muddled and you don't know what the straight truth is.
Right.
But this one, I wanted it to be understandable. Now, Zach, can you tell us a little bit about the story of this one, and what's going on? Because the album that we're doing is called Save or Sava. We're having arguments about this, but I pronounced it Save on recording.
Say it however you want to.
The creator of it doesn't have any say in it. It's Save, right? So what is the story of this song? What is going on here?
He's left, and he ventured out into the vast western deserts to find the Snake City.
And the song is called Depictions of Vast Deserts, right?
Depictions of the Vast Deserts.
The Vast Deserts. So yeah, he's going out with under the tutelage and the guidance of his seer, his very powerful wise man that he has been, just kind of underneath while his father was the king, and now he's about to take over the throne.
Right.
But in order to save his land, he has to venture out into the desert, and he winds up encountering a demon, demon that is basically trying to tempt him. It's kind of, if you look at it,
tempt him into not finishing
his task. Yeah, basically to pull him off the road and give him everything he could possibly want. So that is the story, and he's got to stay on the straight and narrow and not stray.
Right.
Now,
but
Justin,
he does.
Yes, he does.
I felt that was an important part of the story.
He definitely strays.
He strays for a little bit,
and then he has to get pulled back to his mission
because that's the human thing to
to
fuck up and then be able to amend your mistakes.
Yeah.
I feel too often, sometimes in modern religion, they want you to be this perfect all the time.
Yeah, Christ-like, if you will.
Yeah,
yes.
and then when you really look at history and how things went down,
right?
Like.
Yeah, you admit all the bullshit and all the negativity, and you idolize
you get the great
caricature of this guy.
Yep.
And we are here. We are, as I said before, we are jumping in to the religious lore of what becomes Maven. the focal point of our previous album, Old Trash, which then leads to our first album in this world, which was called Rubbish, the Garbage Man Epic. So we're kind of doing things a little bit, backwards. And kind of, we gave you a story, and then we gave you the story before that, and now we're giving you like the origin of the universe that we're operating inside of. Justin, for you on drums, it was a little different. There was a little bit of a struggle on certain parts of it, but you got it. And there's this one part where you said you accidentally hit the bell. You were like going for something,
I was just
accidentally
playing,
hit a bell, and it worked so goddamn well.
I was just trying to play doubles on the hi-hat, and I went too high on the hi-hat and hit the bell, but it just works so well because it separates that hit. Yeah. Like once you hear it, I kept listening for it to come back around.
Yeah. It's really, it's fucking fun. Now, before we listen to it, I do want to say that I think Zach is creating a Scientology type religion right now. It is works of fiction. It is protested, or not protested, it is professed works of fiction. You have admitted that you are creating something, and in 50 years, I think people are going to ignore it, L. Ron Hubbard style, and they're going to be like, no, this is it, we got to go into the desert and meet up with the snake demon lord guy, and blah, 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 and all this shit. And going on that, I feel like we've already started 3 factions, right? There's going to be the Kylites, who believe that his name is Save. The whole thing is going to be an argument. Everyone's going to believe it. They're just arguing within their religion of how to pronounce the name.
You say it.
Yeah.
It's Save. And then they're going to be how did I write? I wrote it down here as the Zachari. They'll call him the Zachari. This is the plural of Zachary would be Zachari. And they're like, no, it's Savah. He was the creator. You can't listen to the prophet. You need to listen to the creator. I'm the prophet, like shouting my words on the street corner, and I have mispronounced it, but he's the original. And then there's the Justonians, or as my phone made it, Just Onions.
They just cry.
They just cry. They're just like, why isn't anything fair? And they're rubbing onions in their face, maybe because they got tear gas.
Stop fighting each other.
Stop fighting. And your followers are basically just sitting there in the middle going, come on, guys, we're all on the same team here, right? Yeah. So if you like what we're doing here and you want to start a religion, start a church, just let us know. Just let us know so we can get some tax write-offs on it, all right? Yeah. How long did we come in on this song?
426, I think.
426, not bad at all. This is a catchy fucking song from what I last heard. And we heard some weird noises coming from upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were coming from his computer because they were happening so goddamn loud up there.
Oh, it was loud up there.
Oh, it was loud.
It got weird.
It got really weird, I'm sure. So I'm really excited to hear it. I'm really excited for everybody else to hear it. So, again, this is